The possible hazards and darker implications of technology advancements are frequently underexplored despite the fact that many technological innovations promise to revolutionize society. As we continue to incorporate more of these technologies into our everyday lives, it is imperative that we take a more in-depth look at the broader consequences, which include the potential threats to privacy, mental health, and even the stability of the global community. Let's discuss it in depth. The weaponization of technology. The proliferation of advanced technology has not only brought about changes in the realms of communication, healthcare, and business, but it has also brought about changes in the realms of warfare and conflict. New types of warfare and geopolitical tension have emerged as a result of the arrival of autonomous drones, artificial intelligence-enhanced weaponry, and cyber warfare technologies. The dark side, the use of autonomous weaponry such as drones and systems based on artificial intelligence, raises ethical questions regarding accountability in the context of conflict. Who is accountable in the event that a machine decides whether a person should live or die? Additionally, the proliferation of cyber warfare means that entire nations are susceptible to being crippled by digital strikes on their energy systems, financial systems, or infrastructure. The computer virus known as Stuxnet, which was deliberately designed to sabotage Iran's nuclear program, is a prime example of the power and risk that such technologies possess. These technologies have the effect of making conflict less human and more mechanized, which in turn lowers the threshold for violence while simultaneously increasing the scale of destruction experienced. In the absence of a single shot being fired, cyber attacks on essential infrastructure, such as electricity grids, water systems, and banking networks have the ability to bring about widespread chaos and economic collapse. Addiction to digital media and the effects it has on society. What's happening? The fundamental design of social networking platforms, gaming platforms, and even cell phones is designed to be addictive due to its inherent nature. Psychologists are employed by businesses in order to maximize user engagement by taking use of the reward mechanisms in the brain through the use of continuous notifications, likes, and successes. In addition to the negative effects on an individual's mental health, this addiction also has wider-ranging social repercussions. There has been a decline in the number of people engaging in social contacts in the actual world as more people, particularly younger generations, spend hours in front of screens. The consequences of this include a rise in feelings of isolation and anxiety, as well as a decrease in empathy. Users of social media sites such as Instagram and TikTok might experience mental health crises as a result of the pressure they feel to maintain a digital identity on these platforms. This is because users become preoccupied with validation through likes and follows. Impact. The long-term effects include a generation that interacts with real-world relationships and activities less frequently, is more likely to suffer from mental health illnesses, and is becoming increasingly alienated from the physical world. The design of technological platforms, which is driven by dopamine, generates a cycle of reliance that has the potential to have significant repercussions for society in the decades to come. Discrimination and bias in artificial intelligence. As of right now, artificial intelligence is being swiftly used in a variety of fields, including the recruiting process, law enforcement, healthcare, and the criminal justice system. It is important to note that artificial intelligence systems are only as objective as the data they are trained on, and it has been discovered that many algorithms not only reinforce but also worsen pre-existing prejudices. There is a dark side to artificial intelligence. Algorithms can discriminate on the basis of race, gender, or socioeconomic status, which can reinforce existing systemic inequalities. An example of this would be the fact that facial recognition software has been demonstrated to have higher error rates when attempting to identify people of color. When it comes to the criminal justice system, predictive policing algorithms target minority populations at a disproportionately higher rate, which results in excessive enforcement and a vicious circle of injustice. Having a biased artificial intelligence has significant repercussions for society. These systems run the possibility of institutionalizing discrimination on a large scale as they become more incorporated into the decision-making processes. Unchecked artificial intelligence has the potential to exacerbate existing disparities, making it more difficult to eliminate them and further marginalizing people that are already marginalized. The ascension of technical monopolies and the widening of economic gaps. An oligopolistic environment has been formed as a result of the dominance of digital giants such as Google, Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Microsoft. This environment is characterized by a small number of corporations controlling huge sectors of the economy and access to vast amounts of information. These monopolies have a negative impact on the market because they impede competition, restrict innovation, and concentrate power in the hands of a small number of giant firms. Because of their dominant position in the market, they are able to crush their competitors, control whole supply chains, and determine the parameters of social media interaction. In the long run, this results in fewer options available to consumers, increased obstacles for new businesses, and increased economic disparity that is more severe. The concentration of power within a small number of tech giants offers them great political influence, which enables them to create policies in their favor, frequently at the expense of the public interest. This is the impact of the consolidation of power. The concentration of money and power in Silicon Valley contributes to the growing income disparity that exists in the country, with people in the technology sector thriving while workers in other industries struggle. Deepfakes and the deterioration of trust in the system. What is happening? It is getting increasingly difficult to identify deepfakes and other forms of media generated by artificial intelligence. People are able to construct incredibly convincing phony movies and audio samples of anyone with just a few clicks, which makes it nearly impossible for us to trust what we see and hear. Deepfakes are a concerning phenomenon that poses a significant risk to the public's faith in the media, democracy, and personal safety. It is possible to use them to disseminate false information, to smear persons, or even to inspire actions of violence. Deepfakes have the potential to be used as a weapon in political arenas through the creation of false narratives, the destruction of trust in institutions, and interference with elections. With the recent rise of cheap fakes, which are types of manipulated media that are less complex but nevertheless powerful, it has already been demonstrated how simple it is to influence public opinion through the dissemination of false information. Because deepfakes are becoming more widespread, it will become increasingly difficult for people to differentiate between genuine and fabricated information. Inequality in the digital age. Despite the fact that many people are able to reap the benefits of the most recent technological advancements, a significant section of the world's population is falling behind as a result of a lack of access to the internet and modern technologies. The digital divide increases existing disparities, notably in terms of educational and economic opportunities. This is the dark side of the digital divide. Those who do not have access to the internet or people who do not have the skills necessary for digital literacy are at a significant disadvantage in a world where online learning, remote work, and access to information are all extremely important. This gap is especially prominent in rural areas and underdeveloped countries, which are characterized by a lack of facilities and infrastructure. Those who have access to technology are able to succeed, while those who do not have access to technology fall further behind. This is the impact of the digital divide, which produces a two-tiered society. Long-term economic disparities, social upheaval, and the loss of possibilities for vast portions of the world's population are all potential outcomes that can result from this kind of situation. Final thoughts? Despite the fact that technological advancement presents opportunities that have never been seen before, it also brings with it a number of difficult ethical, societal, and environmental concerns. In order to fully capitalize on the potential of these advances, we must also tackle and ameliorate the negative aspects of these innovations. A number of important efforts must be taken in order to guarantee that the advantages of the most recent technologies outweigh the potential drawbacks. What upsets you the most about these latest advancements? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the future of technology. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.